Hey, what's up, everybody? I wanted to do a little bit of a follow-up, and I know I've been doing a lot of those lately. Follow-ups and everything on certain things I talk about. One of the most recent follow-ups I did is basically on how to, put the footage that you record off your DVD player onto your computer with the different programs, the Magic DVD Ripper and DVD Fab and all. And recently I also did something on the different formats of CD or minus CD, recordable CD and DVD disc. And I got a response from that from the CD to go or CD-ROM to go people or users. And I responded to their video, and they were kind enough to respond to me and subscribe to me, so I highly recommend them if you ever need some technical answers to something. But anyway, in the video where I talked about these formats, I talked about that there were certain recordable disc, CD disc anyway, that had different color backing. I mean, you take a look at this. This is a typical. This of course is a recordable CD, Miramax version, and as you can see on the back, you can see that it's all clear. It's like a regular CD, right? Well, back when these first really started coming into circulation, and even today, companies like Miramax, Sony, TDK, they kind of wanted to separate and differentiate, if you will, the recordable disc from the average CD disc. I mean, I know some people might say, well, how different can that be if you got a cover on top, if you got to cover the album title and everything. Well, that's a good question, but I think the reason they wanted to kind of differentiate a little bit is so that people would know what was recordable and what was not. I mean, think about it. If somebody has the CD flat like this, they might think, ooh, it's a recordable disc. But they turn it over and it's actually just a regular CD, regular music CD or data CD, and it's not recordable, right? So this is what companies like Miramax, Sony, and TDK did when the CDs recordable CD formats really started to become popular and come into circulation. These here are some of the different earlier forms of this. This is a Miramax recordable CD. It's a gold version, and here's the difference. Here's the difference when these first came out. Here's the difference here. This is actually one of the first ones Miramax had, and I don't know if you can see that there, but this one says 74 minutes, 650 megabytes. That's right. This was actually 6 minutes and 50 megabytes less than the common Miramax CD that you get nowadays. And this is and the reason for this is because this is when they were just starting to get circulating around. That's right. They started really circulating around at this time. Really started to get popular. And a lot of companies like Miramax, in my opinion, really didn't know how high they could go. So at the time, to differentiate their CDs from other CDs and other recordable CDs, sometimes they gave them different colorings and different backings. And as you can see here, this backing is all blue, kind of like a bluish navy blue color. So that basically gave you so basically when you compare the two together, not only did you see a difference in the front, where you could write down the title and everything, not only did you see a difference in the front, but you also saw the difference in the back. So that way, again, if you had the CDs laying flat like this, at least by looking at the back, you could tell which was recordable and which one was not recordable. Which one was like a regular CD that was chock full of software, or was a regular album CD, and what was a recordable CD. That's how you could tell the difference. And Miramax, of course, wasn't the only ones that did this. No. So did TDK. And TDK actually had the 80-minute ones. TDK was one of the companies when they first started to really start circulating the 80-minute ones. And as a matter of fact, the 80-minute ones, believe it or not, were only originally meant for music. That's why sometimes when you would look at a CD, even now, and it says music CDR, that's what it was intended for. Was, for you to burn or make copies of other CDs or burn music that you downloaded off the net onto here. And again, just like with this right here, it gave you a different backing. It gave you a front, a white cut. Most of them were white color furnishes. This is the TDK kind of thing. Most of them were white color furnish. And of course on the back, just like with the Miramax, you had a blue covering that basically made it different from a regular CD, CD that had software or was basically a regular music CD. Now not only was that, now those weren't the only things that made these different. One of the things Miramax did, and I'm sure another few companies did as well, is they made black recordable CDRs. That's right, black recordable CDRs. Before they really started establishing themselves with these kind of CDs right here, and sort of like right after they did release these, in the middle of, basically stuck in between these two recordable formats for the Miramax Corporation of Miramax Corporation CDRs, CD-Rs, sort of in the middle of for them as well as some other companies, were the black CD-Rs. That's right, these were the black ones, and these were mostly all plastic. I mean, they were made by the same company. They had the same kind of optical feel to them, but they were black. And I don't know why exactly Miramax and some other companies came out with these, but these did work. However, if you don't take care of them over time, they don't. They work in certain players. They do work in your CD players, but you got to take care of them. And again, I don't know why they came out with the black kind, but they were made, but they were recordable, believe it or not. They may not look like they're recordable, but they were made to record. And again, I don't know why these came out, but this was sort of like, I guess, Miramax's way and other companies' ways of testing out the CD for different kind of formats and different kind of ways. Basically, I think it was just Miramax and other corporations' ways of trying to test out different kind of recordable formats for the CD-Rs. Like, what was better, the metallic blue and the metallic blue, and later on the metallic clearness, silver or whatever you want to call it, or the plastic. I think that's what they were wondering what would be different. I think this is just an experimental time, because a lot of companies do that with anything. They kind of experiment on what was good, what was not, and you don't ever see these anymore in the stores. So they discontinued these, I believe. But this was basically at a time when this was sandwiched in between these. So that was the different formats for the CD-Rs at the time. Basically where they started from into where they are now. Now, I'm not saying that colored CD-R disc, recordable CD-R disc are out there still. They are. But they're sort of like in multiple colors. So, you don't just get the blue backing and all that, or just silver backing. I think you get the same kind of make of a CD-R, but like colors like green, pink, yellow, they're still out there, and they're mostly known as the color CD-Rs. But anyway, those are basically but anyway, that is my follow-up, I should say, on the different formats of recordable DVD and DVDs and CDs, and basically the follow-up on showing you where they started from and how, from what they were, and from basically starting from what they were into what they are now. And that's all I'm going to say. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you later.